everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. It's been about a week and a half, which is probably the longest I've gone since starting my channel, but we did do a little vacation and I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things, so I apologize about that, but I have a great video for you today. This is a dupes video using Dollar Tree items, so it's a great DIY project. The dupes are coming from birchlane.com. I saw a couple of cute mail organization things on there that I just thought, you know what, we can do that with Dollar Tree, so let's do it. I hope you guys like this. I do have something you can hang on the wall and put, you know, your stuff in, and then I also have a couple of basket options for you. So I think you guys will really enjoy this. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, join the family, and make sure to give me a thumbs up too if you like this type of video, and we can keep doing this for you. So let's go ahead and get started in the video and let me show you what I did. So to get started, I am going to use these USA signs from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut off the twine handles here, and you can see that they have this black sticker right in the middle. I will tell you guys, the sticker did not come off easy. So when I peeled it off, I ended up having to sand it. So just a heads up, be very careful when peeling that sticker off. Now, I am going to use this little bucket. It came in a 3-pack, and I'm going to start by cutting the handles off. Now, you want to go right along the seam there, and I just used a regular pair of scissors. You're going to save those handles, and we're going to use those later. I actually end up calling them tabs later in the video, but you do want to keep those, and that's what it looks like up close. And with the same pair of scissors, I just cut the little bucket in half, and it cuts very easily, so don't worry, you don't need any special tools for that. And this is what it looks like. It's nice and solid. Now, we will end up spray painting everything later, so don't worry about the colors. And for the basket for the bottom, I've got this big old basket here, but I liked the shape of it, and I'm going to kind of lay it right here at the bottom. I am going to use some pliers to cut this. I probably should have used something better like 10 shears, but I'm stubborn, so I came in about 3 lines in on the basket and went ahead and cut that right in half. Now for this little basket here, this was much harder, and again, take my advice, use 10 shears when you cut this. I'm going to cut right before where the little triangle handle is, and we're just going to cut it right in half, but the pliers did not work and it was very difficult. I ended up using the 10 shears at the very end, and that's what worked the best. Now, I'm going to paint with my cashew and my black Waverly chalk paint. I used some white and some chocolate bar apple barrel paint. I just mixed all 4 colors together. I don't know why. I guess I was feeling extra that day. And I've got this nice dark gray color. It turned out so pretty. I really liked the way the color looked, but I don't know why I needed 4 different paint colors to get that. So I'm just going to coat both of the boards. I want it coated nice and good. I don't want any of the background showing. Now, if you are talented and you can make it look like real wood, by all means, go ahead and do that. Now, to secure the boards together, I'm going to take these large craft sticks, and I took 4 of them. I'm going to glue them down and secure the boards to each other. Hindsight, I wish I would have actually used popsicle stick or craft stick down the middle. You can see there's a gap in between the boards, and that really kind of messes me up a little bit. So I ended up going back and putting the craft stick vertical. So, you know, hindsight 2020, but I really wish I would have done that part first. And you can see here it's much better. You can't see through once I put that popsicle stick in there. So now I'm just making sure that I have everything nice and secure, and I'm going to kind of lay everything out. I went ahead and spray painted all my baskets I'm using with the oil rubbed bronze by Rust-Oleum spray paint, and I am just going to kind of lay everything out here and get it where I want it, and then we're going to start hot gluing everything down.
for the small bucket, I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to use just some black ribbon that I had, and I'm going to make a couple of little tabs and glue one end to the bucket and the other end to the board. I just thought this would really help secure it without having to put like a big glob of hot glue all the way around and gluing it to the board. I wanted to make sure if I'm putting like pens and stuff in here that it's going to stay secure, and this actually worked out really well. I hope you guys can kind of see how the tabs laid. I did 3 along the bottom, and then I have 2, 1 on each side at the top. So I think you guys can kind of see where I have it glued to the bucket and then again to the actual board. Again, I just kind of thought this would give it a little bit more strength to it and really adhere better to the board, and if I wanted to put something a little bit heavier in it, that it would be able to hold that. For this last kind of open weave basket, I took some foam core board and spray painted it the same color, and I measured it to fit perfectly in the bottom of the basket. I didn't like the way the basket looked on the bottom, the finishing of it, and because this thing was so hard to cut, it just looked really ragged. So this ended up working perfect, and I just used a little bit of hot glue to just secure it in there. And I also thought too, like if I was going to put something in here, maybe like pens or something along those lines, I didn't want them to really kind of fall through the weave of the basket. This also gave me another way to really adhere the basket to the board nicely, where it didn't look too tchotchke. Now for those little tabs I made you save off of the handles from that bucket, I went ahead and printed up the word letters and the word stuff, and just did that in Microsoft Word, printed it out, and I'm cut those up. I'm going to be putting those inside the little tabs, and we're going to hot glue that to the front of the basket on the bottom, and then the kind of open weave basket in the top right hand corner. So I just kind of measured it, kind of eyeballed it and cut it, taped it a little bit, and then just hot glued it on there. And these turned out so cute, much cuter than I actually thought it was going to. Now I did use hot glue, and you can see I just added a little bit of extra on the back side there, and it worked out perfect. Now for this last part, I'm going to use an over the door hanger. I've already spray painted it the same oil rubbed bronze color. This is what it looks like. I got it over in like the laundry section of the Dollar Tree, and I just cut the little over the door hook parts off. And I'll be honest, you guys, I forgot I was going to do this part, so I should have done it earlier. But I had to build up the back of the board here, so I did like 2 layers of the craft sticks, so that way I could put the coat hanger on here. And again, just in all reality, I should have done this a lot earlier in the video, and I completely forgot I was going to do it. So now for the sake of the video, I just use hot glue, but in real life, if you were going to use this every day, I would probably say use E6000, just so you'd have a nice secure, strong hold to it, but for video purposes I just used hot glue and pressed it down real well, and it actually held just fine. Even with me hanging stuff on it, it works out good. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna go ahead and hang it on the wall, put some stuff in it, and show you guys how it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So here is what it looks like all said and done. Now I did leave the holes at the top, and originally I thought you could use like some little cup hooks and hang that. For just video purposes, I just hung it on the wall with just a little tack, but it turned out so cute. It fits my letters. I've got some stamps and stuff in there, my pens, and then some jackets on the bottom. Now let's go on to the next mail organization project, and let's take a look at these baskets. Now, this is so simple, and I'm sure you guys have seen these stickers at your Dollar Tree. I am so excited my Dollar Tree finally got these in, so I grabbed several of them, and I just grabbed this little basket over in the laundry section, took the letters MAIL, and just put it right on the front. Super easy, super cute. Now, I also wanted to show you guys another thing with this other little basket thing here. This one folds up, and you can see it's got like the handle on one side. I'm going to use the opposite side where it is plain, and I'm going to take my black Waverly chalk paint, and we are going to also paint the word mail on there. I'm using the stencil part of the letters, the MAIL, that I used for the first basket. And I'm going to just kind of center it up here, and I'm going to paint it black instead of using the stickers. Now you'll see here I'm going to take a lot of blue painter's tape and make sure that these stickers are well adhered to the fabric, and also to cover up any of the fabric I did not want to get painted. I get a little sloppy when I do my painting, so I just thought this was a surefire way to make sure that I didn't get sloppy with anything. So I highly recommend this anytime that you're really kind of stenciling. You just never know how it's going to turn out. So I used this little stipple brush that I also got from the Dollar Tree, and I've used it before and didn't really like it, but I will tell you, doing it on the fabric this way, this is my favorite way to use this little brush. It worked out great. So you can see I'm just going to color in all the letters, and then I'm going to let that dry really nice and good. I don't want to peel anything up until it is nice and dry. And then I am going to add a border around it. So I'm going to take my blue painter's tape again and just kind of mark, where I want the border to be. And I really just kind of eyeballed this, y'all. I did use a little bit of my ruler, but for the most part, I just kind of eyeballed it. Again, I used the same black paint and just filled everything in. This is what the project looks like once I'm done, but I decided to make it look more like the project, more like the product I saw from Birch Lane. I'm going to take this thick ribbon here and just add some little handles, and I just hot glued those right in. This really, to me, finished off the look of this little basket and made it just so much cuter, and that's what it looks like complete. And I just kind of folded those over. If you secure them good enough, you definitely could, carry something in there with those ribbons. But let me show you what it looks like here. This is my entryway table, and I've just got it sitting here in between my other decor, and I just think it turned out so cute. I'll also show you the other basket here that was just kind of plain, but also just a nice little DIY little farmhousey look that you can do. And you can see this one has little holes in it, so you could take some more ribbon and tie that as well. And here was the other project. I hope you guys really enjoyed these little dupes here. I do have the pictures of the originals that I saw from Birch Lane, and I hope you guys like it. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.